Alright, I'm back. We got a new set. Not stoked about the state of Standard personally, but we got a new set. It's a Tarkir set. That's exciting. Do I think it will have a profound impact on this Standard format? Probably not. But either way, we're going to give this a go. Figured I could toss up a video on the old YouTube really quick. Just going to play some best of one, give new cards a try. Probably play against exclusively mice, but that's fine. I'm asking for it. So we've got Caustic Exhale. This is a nice new 1-mana removal spell if you've got dragons in your deck. We just have 6, not a ton of dragons, but you can cast this for 2 mana. It's not the end of the world. Same is true for Dispelling Exhale, which is sort of like a make disappear. Your opponent pays 2 or the spell is countered, and if you have a dragon, then they have to pay 4. So other than that, we've got a Dragonologist. This is a 1/3. Once you look at the top 6, you can get a dragon, instant, or sorcery, and then untapped dragons at hexproof, which is kind of nice. Some other spot removal spells, counter spells, card advantage, stock up, Oildeep Gearhulk, and then Scavenger Regent, which is sort of like a Black Sun Zenith type of sweeper where you cast it for the Omen, shuffle it back in your deck, get another sweeper later, or just have a 4/4 dragon to start winning the game. And then we have Marang River Regent, which is 4 mana, instant, draw 3, discard a card. So a nice card advantage spell, shuffles back in the deck, and then later you can play it as a 6/7 that bounces 2 non-land permanents. So gonna give this a go, see how we do. If you want the export, there should be the list in the description, and I will see you guys in the games. Alright, if we could go first. Got a couple removal spells and a Gearhulk. It's a tiny bit awkward with Demolition Field, but maybe we can just pop this off. Maze Mind Tome, eh? That's maybe problematic. Awkward time to top deck this, but what can you do? Maybe I should have... I messed up my lands. I could have had this up and Demolition Field. Now I can't cast the Gearhulk, which is kind of awkward, but not the end of the world. This thing is just going to farm me, though. This is just going to be a 4/1. Maybe I counter with this. Stock up, eh? Should have not played my land, but we're just spewing all over the place. I guess I'm gonna take the land dragon. I could take a card advantage spell, but we'll take the dragon. I think I'm just gonna chill out. Soul Tie. So once I get to 8 mana, I could maybe just play the dragon and make a copy of it if I wanted. I could do the same with the Gearhulk though. So we're at 5, 6, 7. I guess I'm gonna Gearhulk. I guess they're just playing Sultai Control. It looked like it was gonna be a Golgari deck, but the Maze Mind Tome, I don't know how many times I scried with it, but definitely a good card in these types of matchups. That's a card that could be in my deck, maybe. If I just wanted a card advantage engine. You know, kind of interesting. interested. Maybe like a Fountain Port. I didn't have Fountain Port in my deck because I wanted to play Gearhulks, but... okay, a million removal spells. Sure. Okay, so Anoint kills this. I guess there's no real reason to play the dragon. I'll just get Deadly Disputed. It's going to be really annoying to actually win this game. I just need to find stock ups, basically. But yeah, if I play a dragon, they're going to Deadly cover up most of my win conditions. This doesn't really matter, but it checks the reef. They already have this. So 1 activation. There could be 2 there. Do I want to gamble that? I doubt they have a second forest. It's not the end of the world if they do, but would you really have 2 forests in your Sultai deck? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. My play was kind of greedy either way. It didn't really matter that much, but... So, one of the reasons I assume my opponent is playing Sultai is the new stock up. So my opponent might just have 8 stock ups in their deck, which means that they're going to be incredibly favored from this position. But we could just draw and chain together a bunch of stock ups and 3 steps ahead before they do. So I assume they're probably slightly favored. They got Maze Mind Tome in their deck too. Like if they have Maze Mind Tome, stock up, and Rakshas's Bargain, I mean that is just gonna be very tough to beat. That's a lot of card advantage. These oozes, I don't mind. Okay. Do I just dragon this thing? I don't even really want to cast this. It's gonna be 4. Sure, I guess. Could have done a counter spell. Yeah, there's so many things that they could draw that would just lights out me. More removal, more oozes, not too terrifying. This is sort of falling off. The deck is incredibly strange. It doesn't really make that much sense to me, but it's a pile of cards. Just like all removal and scavenging uses. It's like a green-black deck with stock up. I don't know. Nice. Okay, that's a good draw. I'll main phase it. Okay, the question is, how do I win the freaking game? You could just deck them out, I guess. Just loop my my dragons. Just keep shuffling them in. At the point where one player might start discarding a hand size. And that could come up, especially with creature lands. They drew a land. What a boring game. This is an unlucky first game to play. It's just going to come down to top decks. I do have this, though, so I guess maybe I'm favored. But I'm really struggling figuring out how I actually win. So that's card advantage, but it also takes cards out of my deck. They have 1,000 cards in their deck. Wait, what? Why do they have... What? 88, and this is 7? And 7, 8, 9? 16? Do they have 106? or 114 cards in their deck? Is this real life? Okay, well, I guess naturally... I could still naturally deck them, technically. Because I can keep casting Omen Dragons. I don't know if this is right, but whatever. Dude, what the hell? Okay, there's a Gearhulk. It's a card, sorry. So Gearhulk forces this. I think I'm just supposed to cycle this dragon, but what do I even want? Just another spree card? This is truly hell. Okay. You go back in. I don't have a dragon now. Does that matter? So this is... I hate Arena. I like it. This is just 2 lands, right? But they don't have borders, so it's harder to tell. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which means that I can't counter this either way. Could Gearhulk myself? Do I want double reef here? I think I still need the counterspell. Okay. Yeah, I think they're just gonna deck me out. Or suppose, yeah, I guess they can't technically deck me out, but they're gonna have counter spells, I presume. Oh, they drew Deduce off the Gearhulk. That is so unlucky. You're just playing 116 cards. Stop. Leave me the hell alone with this shit. What is happening to me? Oh no. Fuck my life. Everything, like, they just have 116 cards in my deck and they just keep checking everything in such annoying ways. I could have not. What did I take? Take the Terrace Under. Terrace Under just answers this. Really cover up. So I keep the Gearhulk. This is 4. Okay, search your hand library any number of cards the same names. Exile. Okay, draw creatures. If I exile a card from your opponent's graveyard. They have 5, so they're gonna do it again. Whatever. Might go after 3 steps ahead. No, I just want the threat. Okay. Well, this is gonna be the whole video, but I'm down for it. I don't know how this is gonna end, and I'm kind of curious. I think they just... I don't know. I just don't think I have enough win conditions. But, so, like, I guess if I could just fight over this, all these things brick my dragons. So, like, counterspell. Okay. That's just a dragon, but it does force this, and then I have a counterspell. I activate this. I go after it with Anoint. $27 cards. My deck contains 5 additional dragons. I could use it 3 steps ahead to make a copy, but I don't think that's worth. Decline. I could have taken the land, doesn't really matter. It might end up giving me an additional turn, depending. They just hit every land drop. I don't know how they, like, there's just no card advantage. They just keep hitting every land drop naturally. Okay. So, what do you say we just play a dragon? So, 4. This is going to be copy counter, which which will be 7. So 4, 4, 7, and I can't do this as well. Wait, one more turn, I guess? Probably doesn't matter. Does it matter? I mean, anything could be in their deck. I don't care. We're just going to jam. The other thing that's true is they just do these two. 3. So I think this is 5. I believe this is 3 forests. Is there even a way to look? Like, do I get to know? Is there a number on the screen? I think this is 3 forests and 2 swamps. 3 islands. I guess you can tell at the bottom. Okay, I will... I miscounted anyway. I still have this up. Yeah, I can't do much anyway. I just drew a counter. So it's 4. They have 3 up now, right? So they're just gonna cut down nowhere to run, and I just get blown out anyway. I have to so they ignore ward. It doesn't really matter. So this is stopping my copy. So do I just copy the deadly cover-ups so they don't get the exile everything? Why aren't they doing these things? Do I not understand? They've had a 3rd deadly cover up. I'm just gonna play this. I don't fucking care. I really just could care less. I'm just gonna play my cards. This is nonsense. I have 2 of these. What a joke. Oh, it's so tilting. No? Okay. It's kind of the same difference, but... I guess I get some cards out of their hand. No, they ignore the ward, so yeah, it doesn't. That's funny. Okay, well, I could have been worse, but none of these cards are really relevant anyway. Yeah, okay. So am I supposed to pretend... I mean, they're going to have another spree card in their 120 card deck. I was going to say, am I supposed to just pretend that I could win the game? God damn it. Let's try to find a reef. God, a reef doesn't really matter, though. Whatever. We have 20 cards. Okay, so 1 spree, 2 spree. So I believe I have 2 more spree cards in my deck. Oh no, I have 1 left. So I have 1 cancel left, and that's my only hard counter. I guess we're just gonna try to find it and then just pile dragons into play. Okay. That's kind of nice. I guess it ignores the hexproof anyway, but this is a thing. It's gonna eat an anoint, which means maybe my reef can do something. Maybe it'll find the cancel as well. Well, damn. So my deck is 1 black dragon, 3 blue dragons, 1 cancel or counter spell. Okay. How many reefs do I have left? 1, 2, 3. So I have 1 reef. So we'll cast this. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. Kind of spewing. Cancel dragon. Okay, so we are at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play a 6/7. I should have kept that. I don't know. I have a billion mana. Yeah, I guess we're just copy cancel. And pray. I doubt it'll work out, but I'm sure what else to do. They could have Edict. I reef. They annoy it. Double tear anyway. Okay. Jesus. Alright. Okay, so now we're out of cancels. We have blue dragon, 1 blue dragon to win the game with. This gets checked here, so I have to draw the blue dragon and then kill them with it. So how many regents? 2. So this is my last of these. I can just keep casting these forever. I guess I'll just toss it out. Fuck it. Did you draw the spree card? You did. That's so unlucky for me. Oh man, your deck is 120 cards. Please just draw another anoint or something. Yeah, they decked me. God, your deck is so fucking good and well constructed, and I'm really not upset about any of this stuff. I don't even mind at all. Not even a little bit. I don't even heckin' mind. God damn it, dude. It's so cringe. I don't even, like, what goes through your brain when you build a deck like this? More cards, more good. Alright. Well, let's play one more game. It's funny. GG, can I win? I mean, they're just gonna gain life now, too. 1 dragon, 8 cards, 17 life. I mean, I'm sure this is just 2 removal spells. This is my deck. It would be very funny if I tried to deck them, I suppose. Because, oh no, this draws, so no, it doesn't matter. Of course. Your deck is just 4 of these, 4 of these, 4 of these. Like, what the hell is this? Why? Why? You couldn't decide what to cut, so you added 60 additional cards to your deck. Okay. Good game. I don't even think... They're not even playing the new card. Like, the reason to play Sultai, they don't even have it. So, you got me. Alright. Deck check. We got 60 cards. It's not the best, but not the worst. I'd love to be able to cast this on turn 1, but... What can you do? It's interesting. I probably don't get to fight over this. We'll discard. I'll be able to counter the Pixie. What do I go for the throat? Is there anything big in this deck? I guess I can do this. This might be 1 mana later, so. Stock up. Should I stock up or Dragonologist? Guess we'll stock up. Counterspell Dragon. I just take land drop. Let's try the dragon. This thing may be decent to cast against their deck because they have bounce. Kind of sucks to bounce this. Let's scrap the removal. Yeah, just try it. See what happens. Okay. I think I'm fine with just discarding the counter. If I find a pixie and just pick this up, or maybe lights out, but sure, go ahead. Suppose they can also just this down. This is really annoying against this card. If they don't have this card, it's a little easier, but okay. Well, we got a land. Not that exciting, but could have been worse. One doesn't have too much going on. We just have to figure out how to pressure them before this talent goes off. So what is this gonna pick up? I go for the throat. No, it's gonna pick up at this town. Which means maybe I have to stock up to try to find a counter spell or something. If they draw untap land, we're sort of doomed. I think this is good enough. Yeah, if they draw untap land, it's pretty annoying. But most of their lands come to play tapped, so. I don't know if that was a good play, but whatever. You've gained 3 life. Yep. Nice. Okay. Okay. We did some stuff. I do think the Ward Dragon's kind of nice against this deck. I guess they just have stupid nowhere to run, so it's sort of... It's kind of an interesting dynamic where nowhere to run doesn't really do anything against my deck because it doesn't answer any of my cards, but it does make it so the ward doesn't matter, so it ends up doing something if you want to start bouncing the dragons, the 4/4s, but maybe it's a decent card against this kind of deck. Kind of an interesting matchup, but all right. I said this was it. We'll do one more. Okay, try this. Need a few lands. I think I've got 25, which maybe is just too low. Sort of leaning on the fact that I have 8 1-mana removal spells. Funnily enough, we have not played against mice. Pixie again. Not a great hand against a pile of hopeless nightmares. Maybe Plains means it's something else, though. If we rip a third land, we'll probably be good to go. But this hand is clunky. Opponent. Got the one lander? I don't know. What are we doing here? Okay. Okay. Well, we play against mice. We found the mice player. I would like a land, please. Well, you know, it's not exactly what I meant. But it was a land. I've got 4 lands that come into play tapped. I do have 2 Demolition Fields that will kind of block this Gearhulk. But maybe we just find a natural untapped land and we hit 2 lands in a row and we just put the Gearhulk into play and they don't have the Sheltered by ghosts or whatever. Or they could also just not have a third land, I guess. But I don't know why they are playing so slow. Okay. I see how that was difficult. What next? Yeah, honestly, that's a tough play too. I'm very excited about this Monstrous Rage just one-shotting me. That'll be fun. Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I would rope with these cards in my hand too. I mean, fuck it. Why not? It's funny at least. It was a good prank. And I drew the Demolition Field. Hell yeah. Alright, well, that's gonna be it, I suppose. GG's. Mice is cool. Very happy that we don't ban cards in Standard. And Standard's 1,000 years till rotation. Yeah. I will take the damage. Thank you, sir. Alright, whatever. This deck's cool. GG's. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Some awkward games, so it goes sometimes. Could be worked on, could be tuned up a little bit. But yeah, you know, you should just play mice. Everyone should probably play Domain, Mice, and Pixie until death do us part. But Pixie continues to be the only deck I can beat of the top 3. I just get crushed by mice without question. Domain, I don't think I've ever played a deck in my life that can reliably beat Domain. And then there's Pixie, which is just like, I have a pretty high win percentage against, so whatevs. Maybe Pixie's hard to play, and that's why people win with it less. But hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I will see you the next time I post a video. Who knows when that will be? Maybe this is the extent of my Tarkir adventures. I doubt it. We'll probably try to figure out some other decks, but we'll see. We will see. You guys take care. Peace.